for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move they gladly imitated. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The alpha and omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca-key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count all the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
We spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it up. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Off play action. Gore. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Harris running straight ahead, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rise.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Now the try here for the point after. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Panthers nothing. Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Gore. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Gore. He's going to look deep for more. This is intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Pats are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Thornton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Panthers will take over possession here at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Another run here with Sanders. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Gore forced out to his left. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Back to throw. Gore. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the tripping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there, just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a 4th down. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go. Here we go. Triple 38. Black Ultra.
They go play action here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with career touchdown number 60. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
points on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw. Gore. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Off play action. Gore. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the... Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this 2nd quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
So an incredible turn of events there. The final play in the half results in a blocked field goal return, and the lead changes hands with zeros on the clock.
Can you imagine the confusion going through the brain of the head coach right now? Because it changes the pep talk, doesn't it? He's ready to go in and read them the riot act. Instead, all of a sudden, he's winning. What does he say to the team now?
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As they begin their 2nd half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game. but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. It's a second down run with Sanders, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And this one is right through. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. The slot man in motion right. To throw on 2nd down. Gore. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air. Defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Off the play fake. Gore. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Patriots are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Jones now throwing to start the drive. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he completes it to Tompkins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Damian Harris, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
3-3. Flag blue.
Back to throw. Gore. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
On second down, this is Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Three-quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 26. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Jones on 3rd and 2. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. He's going to have the first down and then some. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
On 1st down, Gore. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Amari Barno able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jones. Off play action. And that will be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Fielded just inside the 20. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for New England, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.